Ooh.
Hat backwards this time, just for fun.
That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Just do something different.
It's fun.
That's what I do.
Hat backwards is always fun.
Wobble cakes.
Surprise.
Hello, Jakob. Hello, Jennifer. SDL. Hello, Sarah Reed Spencer.
Oh.
Sarah was
home recuperating.
Sarah was almost casket ready.
I told her we have to get together and swap gallbladder stories.
Whoa. Hello, Paula. Sarah, is it okay if we share your personal medical information on this public forum? Hello, Hector. What's up? Hello, Julie's overall, stronger and wiser, Evangelina Guerra. Hello, Anna Lou.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Angela Boone.
Can't stop yawning.
Should we do this at another time? It's more convenient for your schedule.
This is the most convenient time for my schedule today, honestly.
We're all bending over backwards.
I'm just so tired.
Hello, Susan from Tulsa. Sheila Redmond, Hub City. We'll be in the Hub City here in just a few weeks. Hello, David A. Bear. Misty.
Is Lubbock Hub City?
It's the Hub City. Hello, Jennifer. Dara, stronger and wiser. Everybody take your seats. Hello, Amy. File into the auditorium. Sarah Reed Spencer said it was okay if we violated all HIPAA requirements and shared her personal medical information on this public forum.
I don't know much other than she had a gallbladder attack.
Her gallbladder attacked her.
But did you get it removed or just the stones? Because I had my whole
gallbladder. No, she had it removed.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
I told her to ask that again. I told her to ask the doctor if we could keep it. Bring it to the next.
You can keep the stones, I think.
No, I wanted the gallbladder in a jar. Bring it to the next get together. We can all poke it, see what comes out. Hello, Sin Galvan. Hello, Micah Joe. It's gone. Wow. Okay. Guess we can't do that then. All right, we're gonna do a little podcast. We're gonna do a little something.
That's not what I need right there.
Oh boy.
I'm pulling it up. I just pulled the wrong thing.
Am I gonna be able to see it?
Yes, honey.
It's got the entire spot.
Yes, honey. Can you see that font? Is that font big enough for you?
Better. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Do you have your stuff together?
I got you. I got you. Just settle down there, Evans.
All right. Let's go.
Okay. Hello, Mel. Hello. I said hello, Julie's overalls. Are you saying I didn't say hello, Julie?
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. Oh, can't stop yawning.
Hello, Kitten Tracks.
I did my roots. Y'all see the divide? I did my roots tonight before I go to
bed. Give me a little.
I'm ready. Test 1, 2. Test. Test.
Testes 1, 2. Testes 1, 2. That's the OG sound check. That was when we were at the original Rasberry Manor on the floor in the little room I had. Remember that? I did Testes 1, 2, and that kind of started the whole bit.
Memories. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, and this is my husband, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Thank y'all for joining us on the last podcast before Halloween. This is not a Halloween episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We don't really care that much about Halloween.
No, wait a second. We care a little bit.
Not a lot.
Well, you don't care at all.
Not really.
I care a little bit.
It's not my favorite. Yeah.
Speaking of Halloween, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to launch right into it here. because have you seen going around the social medias about the spirit costumes and the generic office worker, and you just wear a shirt and a tie and a pair of slacks or
Yeah,
whatever. There's
yeah.
there's a million of them going around on social medias. Well, funny that our funny marketing department on at A Sandwich and Some Lovin', the Instagram and the Facebook, where you can follow us, our podcast anyway.
Yeah.
Put out 2 versions of Halloween costumes. And so I invite you to go out there and look. One is the Spirit Love Expert costume.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the love expert.
Yeah. And this costume features an image of you.
Oh,
And it includes 10 love letters. It includes a men come to you sign.
yes, man, come to you.
Man come to you sign. And it says Rasberry not included.
Oh, how fun! That's cute.
I think it's missing a few things.
Like what?
Well, let's talk through this. What would your costume need in addition to the love letters and the man come to you sign?
Well, I would need to be holding a microphone to let people know that I'm on the radio and a podcaster.
Dime.
Maybe earbuds or something like that.
I think your black parachute pants.
Yeah, I wear those. I'm wearing them right now, actually. A red wig. I would
red
hope
wig.
a red wig would be included.
Rothy's.
My Rothy's flats. I happen to be wearing those right now.
I think that would make for a pretty decent costume.
Yeah. I had so many people reach out to me. Andrea Dowling Gulledge ordered
ADG.
her. She ordered her Target cargo pants or whatever you call these. Parachute. What do you call these?
I call them parachute pants.
I don't know what they're called. They're joggers. I had a lot of people reach out to me that they ordered them off Target.
So that's an adult size costume. One size fits most. But funny, you scroll to the next carousel image.
Is this on our A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
At A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Just reminding people if they missed that.
Yeah. So here is the.
I haven't seen it yet. So
here's the second spirit costume. It features an image of me. That's not the most flattering image of myself I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you tend to pose like that for pictures a lot.
I think I was in this picture. I appear to be drinking a whiskey sour.
Yeah, and you're making a seedy face.
Yeah, I'm getting my sour on. I'm making a seedy face. I have a man blouse on. My hair is about 6 inches tall, and my teeth look really white.
They are.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this costume is called the Boda King. And it includes an It's Tea Not Coffee cup.
Yeah.
A pocket knife for bathroom emergencies.
Yes, that's a must.
And the motorcycle collection is not included.
Well, you couldn't afford that costume for Halloween if it was.
So, I have to admit, I am not being misrepresented here.
Right.
I think that's an accurate costume.
Yeah. When I was a long time ago, I had a little girl that was a huge fan of me on the radio, and she really wanted to go as me for Halloween. Her mom was like, I don't know what to do. So she gave her literally some headphones and a microphone.
Yeah.
And she asked if she could have a station t-shirt, and we gave her one.
Easy costume.
She just walked around and she said she was Kellie Rasberry, which I was so flattered.
We had some funny followers of our social media ask if an Ed Hardy t-shirt was included.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
What else would you need?
Tattoo sleeves.
Tattoo sleeves. Fake
So,
tattoo sleeves.
yeah.
Good call. What else? Fake beard.
Well, I mean, a beard. You do have a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So good bit from our marketing department.
Yeah. You can be a little creative.
Yeah. I thought the marketing department was very, very creative there. I even LOL'd. I saw it and I LOL'd.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, see, I'm not a huge Halloween person. I don't like dressing up. I do if I'm backed into a corner. And I think we've discussed this ad nauseum. But my best friend since 5th grade, Tommy Jean, and my other very, very dear, close to bestest friend forever, Diana. They're flying in to see me this weekend. And Alan's getting out of town, so it can just be just the girls taking over. Anyway, our friend Susan has invited us to a Halloween party on Saturday, and it's costume optional. And see, here's the dilemma, because you don't want to show up and be the only one who took the optional part literally, So we do have a few random things around the house. I might be able to piece together a costume. And I told Diane and Tommy Jean, I'm sure we can figure out something if they want to get dressed up.
Little
It's just so much pressure.
little Larry, Moe, and Curly, maybe.
Figure something out. I don't know.
How about were there 3 chipmunks or 2 chipmunks?
They were Alvin and the Chipmunks. There's 3.
There's 3 chipmunks?
Theodore, and the other 2.
Christmas time is here.
Alvin,
Yeah.
Theodore, and the other one.
I got nothing.
I can't remember.
Y'all could be. What else could you be? Let's flesh this out right now. What else could you be?
We could be. I don't know.
You could be
3 fairy godmothers from Sleeping Beauty.
3 Musketeers.
Yeah, we could be. I
Um,
don't know, Alan. I really don't care enough to think about it.
well,
I don't want to dress up.
I think y'all
for
need
Halloween.
to come up with something. Don't just
Well,
mail it in. Do something.
No, it would be definitely a mail-in. It would 100% be a mail-in.
You know what's always funny is like a funny colored wig in like Elvis glasses.
Is that funny?
Yeah, and like a feather boa.
To me-
Boom,
to me,
done.
that is a mail-in. That is a mail-in. You know what I was telling him and Kelly, we were coming home just last night, and hardly anybody in our neighborhood has put up Halloween decorations. Hardly anybody.
This has really disturbed you, hasn't it?
It bothers me because I'm worried that we're not going to have any trick-or-treaters. That part I like. I like doing the trick-or-treat for the candy. You know, I like being the full-size candy bar lady, even though the cul-de-sac we have. But I still want people to know that's my bucket full of full-size candy bars. So we'll be doing that on Halloween night, Monday. But I'm just really concerned because right around the corner from us, there's a house that usually has these like 20 and 30 feet tall inflatables, and they haven't done a thing. And a lot of our neighbors haven't done a thing. So I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm concerned that we're not going to have the foot traffic, and I've got a lot of chocolate bars.
Well, don't buy any more then.
I won't. I will not. But
Don't do the chicken breast thing. Which, by the way, I was told that 5 pounds of chicken breast, because remember you said your mother chopped the sale and I was told that's not a lot of
it's
chicken
not.
breast.
No.
I don't think I've eaten 5 pounds of chicken breast in the last 6 months, though.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
We do eat a lot of yard bird, don't we?
Yeah.
In fact, I had yard bird last night.
Yeah. So it's easy to do. It's not that much.
I like dark meat, though. I don't like the white meat.
Well,
You like dark meat.
then that's why we get along so well. We can kill the whole chicken.
You like the dark meat.
I don't know what you're sniffing at about that. I really don't. Anyway, so Halloween, happy Halloween to everybody. I hope you're safe and that you have fun and that you scramble around and find a costume if you need one, and that you are just as happy as I'm sure I will be. I'm contemplating seeing if Diana and Tommy Jean want to sit down and do maybe a special episode of the podcast. We just sit around and turn on the microphones and just chitty chat.
You should.
Yeah, gab about the old days. The only problem is last time I had Tommy Jean do that, I didn't have earbuds in and I couldn't tell how soft she was talking.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear her at all.
You gotta eat the mic.
Yeah, she was so far away from the microphone, but we'd get it right this time.
I think you should, because then we would have one in the can that we can use when needed.
When you don't want to do a podcast,
Pretty
is that
much.
what it means?
Alan. Yeah, why don't you do a little bit of that, and then we will talk about where I am going while the girls are in town.
Yeah.
I mean, just high level. Don't have to get too.
I don't even really know what you're doing.
Well, I'm going to give it to you on the podcast.
You told me a city, but that's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
You told me when you're leaving and when you're coming back.
Yep.
I was on a need-to-know basis, apparently.
Well, I'm going to give it all to you right here.
Great.
You and our very best customers.
All hear it for the first time together.
Yeah.
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
Have you ever had a coworker who just gets on your last nerve, just gets under your skin? And you get so consumed with being annoyed by this person. Your work starts to suffer. How might the situation go better if you were able to make a change in your mindset? It's not always easy just to click into problem-solving mode when you're faced with challenges in life, but when you do learn to find your own solutions, there is no better feeling, and a therapist can help you become a better problem solver, no matter how big or small. Now, I was once really, really frustrated with a situation at work, but I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody at my job about it, didn't want to burden my family with it because they just get that glossed over look on their eyes, you know. So I turned to a therapist who let me vent, helped me see things from a different perspective, And it just made my work situation, it didn't bother me as much anymore once I had the tools to get through that. Alan and I are both big proponents of therapy. If you're thinking of giving it a try, we believe BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, accessible, affordable, entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey, and you can switch therapists at any time.
And when you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can help you get there. Visit betterhelp.com/sandwich today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/sandwich.
All right, where are you going?
Well, okay, here's the deal. So Kellie is, as she mentioned, she's having two of her best friends fly in from South Kakalaki. And I mean, let's be real. You don't care if I'm here or not.
Nope.
See? Right from the horse's mouth there, guys. Did you hear how quick she was too?
Well, it's
Just
not,
the
what are you going to do with us?
wow.
You won't.
Not even a, well, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if you're here for maybe a little bit, but
No, we're good.
just no.
We're good.
Wow.
Well, what are you going to do? You don't want to sit and hear about all of our old stories that we've all told a million times.
No, I don't. And
See?
I mean, you're just gonna go shopping and
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
eating out all the time.
Probably a lot, yeah.
Visiting,
a lot of
a
visiting.
lot of coffee in the backyard.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Tommy Jean
You
says,
should.
get the wine glasses ready.
yeah, you should. A lot of messing with the dogs, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe a walk.
doubt it.
Okay. So anyway, Kellie's friends are going to be here. So this gives the kid an opportunity to go on a motorcycle ride,
Always looking for one.
which I'm always looking for an excuse to do. So I am going to go south, and I'm going to go right outside of San Antone to a little town called this will be my destination for day one, Bandera. Bandera is just northwest of San Antonio. It's the cowboy capital of the world. But the reason I want to stay there in Bandera Friday evening is because Saturday morning, I'm going to get up and I'm going to ride the Three Sisters.
What is that?
The Three Sisters are three highways that are west of Bandera that is kind of...
They're all west of Bandera?
Yeah, they're west of Bandera. It forms kind of a circle, but it in the motorcycle community, it's a famous ride or route.
Because why?
Because it's very twisty, it's very hilly, and it's very challenging. So I want to go see what this is all about. I've heard a lot about it, so that's...
So it's challenging, mean dangerous?
Well, there's a sign as you start the Three Sisters, and it says, since 2010, 10 motorcyclists have been killed on the Three Sisters. So be careful.
Yeah. Well, since 2010, that's a long,
It's a long
time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we probably had more than that on the road outside of our neighborhood since 2010. You know what I mean?
Well, TxDOT says one motorcyclist is killed on Texas roads every day.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why I'm going to Bandera. Stay there. Supposedly it's a cool little town. Do a little, I don't know.
Christmas shopping?
Well, maybe. Go ride that Saturday morning. And then after I'm done with that, just kind of matriculate east towards South Austin. Now, there are 2 or 3 Harley dealers, 3, I think, on the way to Austin that I can hit. So I can collect my little poker chips. I can go in the dealership and get my little poker chip with the dealer name on it.
Is that free?
No, they're a couple bucks. But, that's what you do. You collect little poker chips.
Oh, I didn't know.
Maybe a shirt, but I have plenty
I'm
of
not
shirts.
in the motorcycle community. How am I supposed to know these things?
Got plenty of shirts.
You're not going to buy any more shirts?
No, I think I'm good on shirts, but I would like to collect the little poker chips.
Okay.
And then I think what I want to do in Austin, I'm not too keen on staying like in downtown Austin, especially with a bike. But I think I want to pass through there and hit a couple of the tattoo shops and see if I can find some artwork for my office.
Yeah, Alan's been framing and hanging artwork for the past couple of days.
But I want to see if I can find some original Flash artwork for the office. And then I'm going to stay in North Austin Saturday night because I figured I'm going to be pretty tired Saturday. And instead of trying to come all the way back Saturday night, evening, and I don't want to ride at night, I'll just get up Sunday morning and then, head home.
Okay. So we should expect you back Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. But I don't want to ride when it's dark. I'm becoming more and more not a fan of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just makes me nervous. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think on the way down the first day, I'm going to run through Lukenbach one more time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get a sticker last time. I got a t-shirt. I got a keychain, but I didn't get a sticker. And I want a sticker.
Where are you going to put the sticker?
I don't know. I just want a sticker. Maybe.
So you're the person when I go to the checkout counter everywhere and they just have a basket full of stickers. You're the person that wants the sticker.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you're going to do with it.
I don't know. That's another thing I collect.
Where are they?
All my stickers? They're in the garage.
Are they going to be okay out there?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Well, heat and stuff.
Well, I told you what my plan was. I'm going to put all the stickers on my next to where my tool, my workbench is.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, now Alan's got a plan for all his stickers. That's great. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time. And I know you hope that Diana and Tommy Jean and I have a wonderful time.
Oh, you guys will have a great time.
I know we will.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun.
Do you think you'll care at any time where I am? Because if you do, then I'll turn on my location so you can see where I am.
Last time you tried doing it, it wouldn't work. I don't know why. We'll try again. The first time you did it, it worked. The last time you did it, it did not. I couldn't tell where the hell you were.
User error?
I just did it just like you did the first time.
You sure it wasn't user error?
I don't know. It worked the first time is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah.
So anyway, that's the plan.
A lot of people have, like my daughter and all of her friends, they can tell where each other is at all times. And I think it must be through the Snapchat app or something. But she'll be like, let me see. Oh yeah, my friends at, Barnes and Noble or whatever. They are that specific. They can just look on their location.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, I saw this awful, switching gears. I saw this awful story about, I forget when this happened and I even forget where it was, but this young girl, she was a teenager. She committed suicide because of online bullying.
Yeah.
And her mother was talking about the week leading up to her doing that.
Yeah.
And she said that some information came out that only her friends knew that her parents didn't know. And it was very bad stuff.
Oh.
It was like something that happened to her. And then they were talking about that online. And they were kind of excluding this girl because apparently she was talking to a boy that was a boyfriend of one of these girls, but they weren't together anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why they started bullying her. They started bullying her because she had talked to this boy. They put out this information that was really bad about her. They were bullying her online. And then one night she could tell that all of these girls were in one spot by looking at their Snapchat.
Yeah.
So she got on Snapchat, saw that they were all spending the night at this one girl's house, and she wasn't invited. She was excluded. And there was more to it than that, but I wish I could remember more of the details, like where it was. But yeah, she committed suicide because of online bullying. Just what you said about can see where people are just reminded me of that.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, because I've been there when Emma Kelly's been like through some friendship drama with her girlfriends. And, it's always, well, not always, but it's typically over a boy. And to think that she would think this is so serious that she would do something so permanent, I would just don't know how I would survive that. It's awful.
I remember now. It was in Florida because the parents were saying there are no laws apparently about online bullying.
So they want to get them creative.
I guess they're trying to. There are laws, and I'm probably saying the wrong thing. I think there are laws for stalking, like in person. Yeah. But not for, online bullying.
There should be. And to think, because I was not always a kind friend. I was, there was moments where I did some horrible things as a teenage girl growing up. You get, you're a mean girl sometimes. And to think that if something I said or did to someone pushed them to hurt or kill themselves, I don't know how you get past that mentally. That would be a grief and a guilt I would carry my whole life. I don't know. But we do need to kind of, speaking, since got off on the subject of teenage girls, I need, last podcast, I had a little mini meltdown over Emma Kelly and all the drama with getting her ready for homecoming. And
you're in a much better mood now.
Much better. Well, that's behind us now.
Yes.
It was just overwhelming. I had so much hit me just at once.
Yeah.
with the Sweet 16 stuff and, fighting in Kellie tooth and nail on what to do for her Sweet 16 and then the homecoming stuff. And so once we got past all that, I could breathe a little bit and, I was just getting emotional and hyper, but a lot of people reached out and sent me fun memes and inspirational messages and stuff. So it was really nice. And I know we said that Alan found an article that kind of hit me in between the eyes. And I don't think I was in the place to receive it because I was already feeling so hyper emotional anyway that I didn't take it. I kind of took it as you were criticizing me a little bit, pointing out my flaw.
That was not my intent.
Well, that's the way I interpret because I felt like you were pointing out my flaw, but I could see where I was in that article and I'm guilty of everything that article said. So I'm not mad at you for it.
I don't think you're guilty of everything the article says.
Well, a lot in what the article says.
I think a lot of parents
are, yeah. So Alan's going to get into that, but let me just say, homecoming went really well. About a week before homecoming, she started talking to this boy, and he decided because he's their high schools split like 9th and 10th goes to one, and 11th and 12th goes to the one Emma Kellie go to next year. So he's an 11th grader in the school she'll go to next year. So they know each other, and he said he'd like to take her. So her dress still hadn't arrived. So we ordered the backup dress, and the backup dress came just fine. The day after the homecoming, I got an email from the company saying the dress will be shipped on November the 9th or something like that.
The original?
The original.
Say that. Sorry, too late, guys.
She was the lady with the email.
What the heck?
I tried to reach her multiple times, and the backup dress came from the same website.
Oh, really?
But apparently the dress that Emma Kellie wanted, they didn't have them mass produced. This was one of those more
custom,
I guess, but they said they were inundated. What probably happened is a TikTok person or somebody that all the teenage girls follow probably tagged this company, Lucy in the Sky. That's probably what happened. And the lady said, we were just inundated with online orders. And the dress I got for Emma Kellie, I was able to get it with FedEx shipping, and it was only $4.99 for 3 days. I was like, yeah, we'll take it because we were desperate at that point. But the other dress didn't have that option because I guess they were waiting to get enough orders to make it or something. Maybe
yeah.
I'm not really sure. But
well, her dress was really pretty.
Actually,
I thought it was great.
I was so pleased with the way that dress turned out.
Nice color.
It's pink. She had to say pink because she told her date, I'm going to be wearing pink, because she was still confident her dress was going to come in. He said, perfect, because I've got a pink shirt. It'll be great. And she didn't want to make him have to change it. So anyway, it all worked out. The young gentleman was so sweet. I asked Emma Kellie's dad, Freddie, could not be here. He's out of state working. So I asked her stepmom if she'd like to come over to kind of represent, dad, and also to help me pin on the boys' boutonniere, because I'm not very good at that. So Dana comes over, and we're sitting in the house waiting for him to come in, and we're just all kind of giddy looking through the windows, not trying to let him see. And he comes up with 2 bouquets, Alan. One for Emma Kellie.
Smooth.
And one for me.
Smooth.
So now y'all know I got to keep one eye on this one, right?
My man.
Very smooth. Very sweet. So he gave me the flowers, and he's not nervous around us. I mean, the first time he met me was, but now he's just like chill. How you doing? Has conversation. And we got the boutonniere on him. We got him out to the lake. They all wanted to go to this big lake where all their friends were meeting to take the pre-dance pictures. Got that done. They went out for hibachi, and they went to the dance, and then came back and just hung out at the house. Her and about 6 other friends, about 8 people total, came back here.
DK told me she broke it down a little bit.
Broke it down and danced?
Yeah.
She actually talked to you about it?
Well, I asked her. I said,
oh man, that's pulling teeth for me.
Well, that's because you want to know everything.
I know.
I just hit the high level. I'm just like, did you have fun? Yeah. Did you dance? Yeah, I did a little bit. I'm like, yeah, you broke it down, huh? Cool.
See, I'd be like, was it a slow dance? What'd you dance to? Did you like him? Did you hold your hand? That's me. But I'm excited, right? So anyway, it went really well. It
did. And I have met her friend, and he's passed the AE sniff test.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you smell like?
Well, I not that sniff test. I mean, he
But
just
what does the sniff test involve?
just
Smell
came in,
mature?
stood up straight, made eye contact,
Yeah.
gave me a handshake,
Good.
called me sir.
Check all the boxes.
Boom.
I'm telling you, we
It's
gotta
like
keep
this guy.
gotta keep an eye on this.
This guy. And I got an HSO because I was looking at the pictures and see if you see this too. Matt Damon. He looks like Matt Damon with long hair.
Now that you're saying that, I won't be able to unsee it.
He looks like Matt Damon.
Because I had somebody in mind until you said that. Now I can't remember.
I think
who
he
it
looks
was.
like Matt Damon.
Now I can't remember who it was.
But a very, very nice young man.
Yeah.
Very nice
So
young
it
man.
went well. And, now all the focus is on getting Emma Kellie ready for her driver's license test. So we've got that drama to deal with. But before we get to the article where Alan, punched me in the gut emotionally,
Gee whiz.
unintentionally. We spend a lot of time, Alan and I do, trying to make our house feel like home, inside and out. And that's why we love fastgrowingtrees.com. It's the world's largest online nursery. Their experts have curated thousands of plants so you can find the perfect fit for your specific climate, your location, your needs. You don't have to drive around to nurseries, get the back of your SUV filled with all that dirt. Fast Growing Trees makes it easy to order online. Your plants are shipped to your door in 1 or 2 days. Whether you're looking for one perfect plant or you want to redesign your entire landscape, Fast Growing Trees has the expertise and the selection you're not going to find anywhere else, with growing and care advice available 24/7. Now, when I married Alan, he insisted no fake plants in the house.
No.
Because I had that fake ficus tree in the corner. I'll admit it. So we looked at Fast Growing Trees website because they have indoor as well as outdoor plants. We got a bamboo palm for the living room. It's flourishing. A fiddle leaf in the bathroom. It's thriving. And both arrived beautifully packaged. They're doing great because Fast Growing Trees has a 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee. So you can trust that everything's going to be healthy for years to come.
Go to fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin and you'll get 15% off your entire order now through October 31st.
Hurry.
Yeah, you got to hurry on this one. Get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin. That's fastgrowingtrees.com/Lovin.
All right. I'm ready.
There was something else I was going to talk to you about before we go into the article. Doggone it.
I don't know. I don't know what you were intending.
Why didn't you write it down?
I don't know what you were thinking.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, so I sent Kellie a link to, and I'm going to have to go through this at a high level. I think there's a video that accompanies this that I have not watched. I just read the very short article. But this is from Instagram. It's an account I follow called PragerU, Prageru. And
It's Dennis Prager.
Yeah.
Prager University.
And I saw where it said, are children suffering from vitamin N deficiency? And I was like, what? Sounds kind of interesting. Is that a diet thing or what's going on? So I click on it, and it's a little article about, do parents say no enough? That's the vitamin N deficiency. So let me just kind of paraphrase some of this. I'll walk you through it real fast. So the article starts, more and more children I find are suffering from vitamin N deficiency, and their parents, and our entire culture are paying the price. What is vitamin N? It's the word no. Let me illustrate a point with a story that's quite typical. Okay. See if this sounds like us or any other,
or me,
or any other parents.
Me.
A father, I'll call him Bill, gave his son, age 5, pretty much everything the little boy asked for. Like most parents, Bill wanted more than anything for his son to be happy. That's all you want, right? I mean, you just want your kids to be happy. But he wasn't. Instead, he was a petulant, moody, and often sullen boy. He was also having problems getting along with other children. In addition, he was very demanding and rarely, if ever, expressed any appreciation, let alone gratitude, for all the things Bill and his wife were giving him. Was his son depressed? Bill wanted to know, did he need therapy? His son, I told him, was suffering the predictable ill effects of being overindulged. What he needed was a healthy and steady dose of vitamin N. Overindulgence, a deficiency of vitamin N, leads to its own form of addiction. When the point of diminishing returns is passed, and it's passed fairly early on, the receiving of things begins to generate nothing but want for more things. One terrible effect of this is that our children are becoming accustomed to a material standard that's out of kilter with what they can ever hope to achieve as adults.
Yeah.
Consider also that many, if not most, children attain this level of affluence not by working, sacrificing, or doing their best, but by whining, demanding, and manipulating. So in the process of inflating their material expectations, we also teach children that something can be had for next to nothing. Not only is that a falsehood, it's one of the most dangerous, destructive attitudes a person can acquire. This may go a long way towards explaining why the mental health of children in the 50s, when kids got a lot less, was significantly better than the mental health of today's kids. You know, that's interesting too. And this side note, editorial here from AE, the cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could talk hours about that and what the mobile phone is doing for, grades
mental health
and mental health.
And motivation.
Right.
Self-esteem and all that.
Right. Since the 50s, and especially in the last few decades, as indulgence has become the parenting norm, the rates of childhood and teen depression have skyrocketed, just like I had just mentioned with the girl in Florida. Children who grow up believing in the something for nothing fairy tale are likely to become emotionally stunted, self-centered adults. Then, when they themselves become parents, they're likely to overdose their children with material things, the piles of toys, plushies, and gadgets one finds scattered around most households. In that way, overindulgence, a deficiency of vitamin N, becomes an inherited disease, an addiction passed from one generation to the next. This also explains why children who get too much of what they want rarely take proper care of anything they have. Why should they? After all, experience tells them that more is always on the way. Children deserve better. They deserve to have parents attend to their needs for protection, affection, and direction. Beyond that, they deserve to hear their parents say no far more than yes when it comes to their whimsical desires. They deserve to learn the value of constructive, creative effort as opposed to the value of effort expended whining, lying on the floor, kicking and screaming, or playing one parent against the other. They deserve to learn that work is only truly fulfilling way of getting anything of value in life, and that the harder they work, the more ultimately fulfilling the outcome. In the process of trying to protect children from frustration, parents have turned reality upside down. A child raised in this topsy-turvy fashion may not have the skills needed to stand on his or her own 2 feet when the time comes to do so. Here's a simple rule. Turn your children's world right side up by giving them all what they truly need, but no more than 25% of what they simply want. I call this the principle of benign deprivation. When all is said and done, the most character-building 2-letter word in the English language is no. Vitamin N. Dispense it frequently. You'll be happier in the long run, and so will your child. So that's kind of the high-level article, and there's a video called "Is Your Child Getting Enough Vitamin N?" presented by family psychologist John Rosemond. So you can Google that if you
want to go
interested.
Deeper.
Yeah, if you want to go deeper. But
that's the overview.
I just thought it was really interesting because, especially around our area, for instance, I see a lot of kids, young kids, and you and I have mentioned this before, and noticed this, be a kid that can't be more than 16, 17 years old, and he's driving a freaking G-Wagon. And you're like, is he just borrowing that, or does that belong to him? I think in a lot of cases, some of these really nice cars around here actually belong to the kid.
Well, we live around an affluent area.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
But I think correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think your parents had a problem with saying no.
No, they did not.
My parents certainly did not have a problem saying no.
I have a problem with it.
Well,
I have a problem with it. And I don't know if it stems back to the fact that I was a single mom for so long, and the guilt and, having to be at work every morning when she woke up. I was never there Monday through Friday when she woke up. I didn't take her to school. I couldn't be one of the school moms because of my job. And I wanted to make her happy, and I wanted to give her all the things. And, I'm dealing with the consequences of that.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
Well, that's true. I mean,
well-
she doesn't value things. She doesn't take care of it. No, I was a messy teenager and stuff, but you know, I know that there are certain things that all kids go through and they grow out of. But, you know, by her age, I'd already been working for years in my parents' shoe store. Now, granted, I don't have anything, I can't put her to work in the family business. We don't have one. But I can't keep comparing Emma Kellie to me either. That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was very self-motivated. I liked structure. I thrive in structure. I like making lists. I like following lists. I've got a list of things to do I needed to get done today and tomorrow and Friday before, you know, Tommy, Gina, and Diana get here. I like that. Emma Kellie is just kind of like not like that at all. But I can't expect her to be like me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Everybody then you told me after you saw how hard I took it after you sent that article,
mm-hmm.
you complimented me in a way. Remember, you said
mm-hmm.
something about how Emma Kellie is a good kid.
She is a good kid.
Yeah. And some kids have gone through way worse than not just being told no enough.
Yeah.
And they grow up to be fine, upstanding citizens.
Right. Exactly.
So
exactly.
I don't think I've ruined her forever, but I haven't done a great job.
Well, and like I said, what I just read had nothing to do with you. It was more of a, hey, we need to talk about some parenting stuff because we haven't done it on the podcast in a while. And I thought that was very interesting because
it just so happened to apply to me.
Well, I guess because we do notice a lot of kids, I guess, kind of in our area that, I mean, I see a guy in a 18 or 17-year-old kid and he's in a BMW convertible. And I'm like, man, that's got to be pretty nice. But where do you go from there, dude? You know?
I don't know. My dad, he had a used car lot, the car place, very original. We had the car place, we had the shoe place, and then we had Go West.
Hold on. Give us a little. Come on.
I have to give you the whole thing if I do it. Alan, I'm so tired.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That would have been a shot if you had been able to do that. They could have finished their drink. But go ahead.
I want y'all to leave sober today.
Yeah, it's all right.
And then Go West was doing so well, he opened Boot Hill. That was the offshoot of
Did Boot Hill have a jingle?
No, it stood alone. But anyway, where was my point? Oh, the car place. So my daddy, he'd get all these used cars, and the thing about used cars, you get them to the shop, he'd have to get them, some of them need a little work and stuff. And so I always just had a car. That's why to this day, I don't care that much about what I drive as long as it gets me from point A to point B, because daddy would give me, every once in a while give me something fun to drive, a sport car.
Mm-hmm.
I drove a Ferrari at one point. I drove not one, but two. What was that red car?
You drove a Ferrari?
I drove a Ferrari, but it was an old.
Wait a minute.
It was an
really?
old Ferrari.
Wow.
It was old, like one of the classic ones almost.
Uh-huh.
I had two Fieros, but those were the cars that would break down. And I was like, just give me the station wagon. I don't care. I don't want to be broke down on the side of the road. So I didn't expect, really nice fancy cars, so I wasn't conditioned to that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So now see how that translates over into adulthood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like what I drive, but it's like, I will drive it forever if I could.
Yeah.
Because it runs.
And let me be clear, it's not just cars. I mean, I'm sure there are some kids that are driving a G-Wagon that are 16 years old, that are very nice kids that are making great grades, and they deserve all the great things in the world.
Right.
I'm just saying that that's kind of what the article was alluding to. If you're young and you get that kind of material thing, where do you go from there? Like the first car, my dad, I was really lucky. When I went to college, I had a car and it broke down and had to get rid of it. My dad bought me a brand new car, but it was a Honda Civic. And it was the base model Civic. It was a hatchback. It was white. It was such a cheap model. It only had one rear view mirror.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was on the left side. Yeah. There was no rear view mirror on the right side.
Yeah.
That's how they save money. It had a vinyl interior. It was a 4-speed. It wasn't even a 5-speed. It was a 4-speed, but it was a new car. And at the time I'm like, well, that's not exactly what I want, but maybe someday I can, when I get out of college, I can buy myself something a little nicer. And I did. Later on, I like, how into cars I am.
Yeah.
I guess that always kind of like, you gotta, I don't know. Felt like if I had a sports car right off the bat, where would I have gone from there? I would have maybe not had the drive to work and to earn one for myself,
Yeah.
you know? So, and I got made so much fun of at college for that car. Oh my gosh.
It's good for your character.
My friends, they called it the egg. And dude, we're not going out with you in that car. Oh, I took so much heat for having that little Honda Civic. But
did you make some good memories in it? No.
No, not a lot. But anyway, to tie this bit up, I was telling Kelly, I saw another article. I think Shaquille O'Neal. I love Shaquille. He was talking about this subject, and when you're that wealthy, your kids can have anything. And again, where do they go from there? But he said, one thing I tell my kids. This is Shaquille speaking. He said, "I'm rich. You're not."
Right.
I'm the rich one. You're not the rich one. So, you're going to have modest things compared to what we have now.
Well, I was talking to Mark Cuban. He came by our morning show to talk about his drug program, the low rate prescription drug program, which is really great. I wish I had it on the tip of my tongue to tell you what it is right now, but I don't. But look up Mark Cuban prescription drug plan. Look that up. Anyway, his daughter is off at college, and he was saying when she got her first car, he said he got her just an old beater car. He said, "I'll get you whatever stereo system, whatever sound system you want in it. It's going to be the coolest sound system ever, but you're going to drive this beater car." And that's what he did. And, because he didn't want her to be spoiled. You read it. We talked about it, I think, already about Guy Fieri, how he gave his kid a minivan
Flavortown
and said, "You drive it for a year. You prove to me that you can drive well, don't get in wrecks. And at the end of the year, you can use your own money to buy yourself whatever you want." So I don't know. I mean, different ways of doing it doesn't mean that they are right and everybody else is wrong.
No.
It's just, how do you get these kids who do come from wealth and money and privilege and parents who never say no to appreciate anything? So I feel like by not saying no to Emma Kelly a lot, I've kind of set her up for some hardships.
It's not just you, babe. I know you're focusing on what you're doing wrong, but I go through the same thing all the time, especially with the boys. Can't tell you how many times I'm with Dylan somewhere and he wants to buy something.
Yeah, he really loves buying souvenirs.
To buy something.
Everywhere we go, the first thing he says is, "Can I have a souvenir?"
I took him to the hardware store a couple of weeks ago. And it's a hardware store. It's one of these old school hardware stores. They sell everything. They also sell toys. So he said, "Daddy, can I get a toy?" And you see Dylan looking up at you, "Daddy,
how can you say no?
How can you say no?" And, I did it for him one time. We go back a couple of weeks later. He said, "Daddy, can I have a toy?" I said, "Bud, I just got you one just a few weeks ago, and it's hard saying no to your kid."
Did you say no, or did you?
I did say no.
Oh, wow.
No. And he sticks his bottom lip out.
Yeah.
He pouts on the way back to the truck, but then we get back in the truck and he's forgot about it. It's hard saying no to your kids. I get it.
It is. It's so hard.
But vitamin N, man.
All right. Well, we can it's Dennis Prager University. If you want to follow that on Instagram, he has a lot of information and inspirational stuff on there. Even though it can be super stressful, I do love the holidays, finding the perfect presents, spending hours wrapping those presents, rushing around to holiday parties. And to enjoy the holidays to the fullest, you need your very best sleep. It's easy when you're sleeping on your Boll and Branch sheets, the softest, most luxurious sheets. They're made from the finest 100% organic cotton threads on earth. And that does make a difference. You can truly feel night after night. We ordered Boll and Branch's signature hemmed sheet set in stone. That's the color we chose. It's a rich, smoky gray color. I love it. They fit our king size mattress perfectly. I don't have to strain to get that fitted sheet to wrap around the corner of the mattress and stay there. And when I get into bed at night and Zoe crawls underneath the sheets and she snuggles up between me and Alan, there is no place on earth I'd rather be. And I'll tell you what, these Boll and Branch sheets would make great gifts. If you're looking for gifts this Christmas or for Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating, their signature sheets come wrapped and ready in a beautiful holiday gift box. So your gift of a better night's sleep looks as special as it feels. And best of all, Boll and Branch gives you a 30-night worry-free guarantee with free shipping and returns on all orders.
Bring home a better night's sleep this holiday season with Boll and Branch bedding. And for a limited time, get 20% off your first set of sheets and free shipping when you use promo code SANDWICH at bollandbranch.com. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND BRANCH.com. Promo code sandwich.
Thank you, Bowl and Branch. We really do love those sheets.
We do.
I can't wait to crawl into bed tonight, y'all. I've been yawning all day. All day. Anyway, this is, like I said, the last podcast we've got before Halloween. So let me tell you about a couple of really quick things. Alan, he went to Texas Tech in Lubbock, and this one pizzeria there called Capital Pizza has been getting a lot of backlash for their Jeffrey Dahmer special pizza.
Ew. This was in Lubbock?
Yes. It's on display in the restaurant. So you can't buy it. You're supposed to it's like, the owner says that one of the employees came up with a design to display there because the Dahmer series on Netflix. It's just, the manager said the pie is made of just ramen noodles, pepperoncini garnish, along with prop body parts and a whole lot of flake blood. So there's like fingers and stuff on top of it. So it's not a menu item, but people are coming by to take pictures of it, even little kids with it.
Ew.
But they're getting backlash. They're saying this is like a little bit too morbid. And, a lot of the families of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims are saying, here we go again. We feel like we're being victimized all over again.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
That's your alma mater.
Well, wait a second.
I bet you ate at Capital
Hold on.
Pizza.
Capital Pizza is not my alma mater.
Well, you went to Lubbock, and I bet you ate at Capital Pizza.
Well, I went to Texas Tech University, which happens to be in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Some
people just have a really dark sense of humor.
I've never heard of Capital Pizza.
But here, again, starting October 31st, Halloween, the McRib is back.
Oh.
See, now, every time this happens, McDonald's does the same thing. This is going to be the final hurrah. This is it. And how many years have they been doing this? They always bring the McRib back.
Well, the McRib's been around forever.
Well, they keep pulling it off the menu and putting it back. So there's this sense of urgency. You've got to get it. And now lately, every time they bring it back, it's like the rug store. They always have this going out of business, final closing. This is it, last sale, and it stays open for the next 20 years. So here they are back with the boneless pork dipped in barbecue sauce sandwich served with sliced pickles and onions on a home-style bun. So the return on social media post said it's going to be the farewell tour. So get it Halloween through November 20th.
Okay.
So if you're into that, and a lot of people are passionate about the McRib, I wanted to tell you about that.
We cannot do that because, hey, give everybody an update, babe. You
Okay.
can't have a McRib.
I can't. I don't want one.
I
right
cannot
now.
have a McRib.
I got back on Red Mountain weight loss.
Ad?
Well, you asked me what I was doing.
Yeah. This isn't an ad.
No, hashtag not an ad.
This is a hashtag not an ad.
But I do ads for them on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
National
I will say
syndicated,
that.
yeah.
But Alan and I did it in 2019, and we lost a lot of weight.
I lost 27.
I lost like 24. And then kept it off. But then COVID hit. And during COVID, I went through menopause and just hell in a handbasket.
So it was like
hell in a handbasket.
Jabba the Hutt.
I gave up.
And Mrs. Jabba the Hutt.
I gave up. In addition to a lot of the hormonal issues, I think you also go through a depression. I did. And I can't speak for everyone, but I just gave up. And I didn't stick to what I knew, all the lessons I knew about, good eating and what I'd learned before. And things got really out of control. So Alan, we're getting ready to go back to the beach. We're going to take a trip to Mexico over Thanksgiving because we don't have the kids. So we're going to go down there and check out a new resort that we might be interested in for the next podcast family
That's
vacation.
right. We're doing a scouting mission.
It's a scouting mission, AKA write-off. Huh? I don't know. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Good call.
Is it? It's a scouting mission.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Alan's like,
We'll have to ask Big Steve about that.
yeah, can we do it? Anyway, Alan's like, I'm not going to go on the beach looking like this.
No.
And I said, well, if you're not going looking like that, how can I go looking like this? So
what did we look like?
Oh, Alan, it was out of control.
Like, what do you mean? Like
overweight. What do you mean?
Like two mastodons?
I don't need to insult myself further than that. You don't need to compare me to the largest animal you can think of right now. Thank you.
Brontosaurus
anyway,
would be the biggest one I could think of.
So anyway, we got back on the program. The first 2 days, you do what they call fat loading while you take these prescription medications. So we did that. the day they came in the mail, we started doing it. So we started the weight loss program on a Friday, which is random, right? Most people wait till Mondays.
Yeah, we started on Friday.
So
Like almost 2 Fridays ago.
yeah. So after 1 week, I was down 9 pounds.
I was down 8.
Great.
So 17 combined.
And then as of, let's see.
Kellie weighs every day.
Yeah, I'm going to stop because once the weight loss slows down, and it does, you have quick weight loss at first, and then it starts getting slow and steady. But at first, I'm excited and I'm motivated. So as of today, I've lost 12 and a half.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm excited about that. And
12 and a half.
And I think that puts me back to what I was when I started Red Mountain the last time.
Oh, come on. Really?
I gained a lot back. But that was me. That was me and, going through stuff.
So I'll know when today's what? Wednesday? Yeah, I'll
know.
We're
recording on
I'm gonna weigh Friday, so I'll know.
Yeah. But
I'm just really trying to lose like 15.
Yeah, there's no judgment there. They said, yeah, we'll get you back started. You know how this, it works.
We know
you
what to eat.
Do it.
We just have to do it.
And then, when I get through the program, go on the maintenance program and learn how to not let myself get in this position again, because, I wasn't happy in my skin, and a lot of people are way heavier than me. A lot of people are way thinner than me, but I want to look better in my clothes, and I want to not be embarrassed to run down the beach in slow-mo. So there you go.
Yeah.
So 12 and a half pounds down.
That's great. You're doing great. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, but then now Diana and Tommy Jean are coming this weekend. And so I'm going to try to be a good girl with them. I might imbibe in a glass of wine, though.
Yeah, that's a
little celebration.
That's one fruit serving.
Celebration.
Before we bring it home for Jerome and yogurt out of here, unless you had some more.
I have to read the 5-star reviews of the week.
Okay, why don't? Okay, well, I can do my little thing, or you can do that.
If you go on wherever you listen to our podcast, there will be a place where you can leave a review, and we really appreciate it if you would. Subscribe, follow, tell your friends if you enjoy the podcast. If you don't love it, you can just keep on going. But if you do, and you write us a 5-star review, I'm going to read a couple every week on the podcast because it's positive. That's a positive way to end the podcast, even when we have heavy topics sometimes. And this one this is a direct response to a letter where a woman named Leah she had some constructive criticism, I thought, for our podcast. But this podcast review starts, "Screw Leah." But for real, laughing emoji. I love y'all so much. I have listened to every podcast since the beginning, and the Kid Craddock show since I was in junior high. I'm now 34, and love Letters to Kellie, the podcast. Love it. Y'all freaking rock and keep me entertained while I'm grooming dogs or cleaning the house. I've met y'all both at Oaked Barbecue,
all right.
And Kellie and Big Al's old bar.
I
used to have a bar on McKinney. Anyway, keep it up, y'all. That's from Tara Mitchell from Graham, America.
Graham. All right.
Graham, America.
Yes.
I like that.
God's country.
And then this other one's from Mary W10. She says, "I love Kellie, but I think Alan makes this podcast a million times better.
Wow.
His humor is the main reason I listen.
She would be in the minority.
Ignore all the negative reviews about you, Alan, and keep doing you."
I will.
And look at the date on that.
That's nice.
That was written way before I started asking for 5-star reviews.
That's an old one.
I dug back. I said, I want to get some that were genuine and not just me begging for them. Not that the other reviews I'm begging for aren't genuine, but I just wanted to reach a little bit back.
Graham was in our district in high school. I was at Burke Burnett High School. Graham was one of our district schools.
There you go.
So we play them in golf. Yeah. Yeah,
I love that. I'm from Graham, America.
I played golf in Graham, America. That's awesome.
That's funny.
Okay, real quick, and then we're going to yogurt. Your Dallas Cowboys. Well, Cowboys talk.
Okay.
Are now 5-2.
Yeah.
5-1 or 5-2? 5-2.
I don't know.
They're 5-2. They've lost 2 games. Your man Dak came back, and they beat the Lions, and everybody back on the bandwagon now.
Well, they should have beat the Lions. If they hadn't beat the Lions, it would have been really bad.
Post Malone, he was performing here in Dallas about a week ago.
Yeah, and also, I think he's in Fort Worth tonight. We're recording.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I follow him on the social medias, and he's big buddies with a lot of the Cowboys. He's a big Cowboys fan.
His dad's one of the special teams coaches
used
or something.
To be, or
I don't know. His dad's somehow involved in the organization.
So I saw he was having dinner with Michael Irvin and Drew Pearson the other night.
Wow.
And
The
apparently,
legends.
yeah, I'm sure they were maybe kicking back a little Bud Platinum, because that's what he endorses. But doesn't he do
I don't know.
Is Bud Platinum a thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's beer and it's platinum. I think
Okay.
it's Bud Platinum.
I don't know.
Is it Miller Platinum? I don't know. I don't drink it.
I'm out.
Anyway, he said if the Cowboys win a Super Bowl this year, he will get a number 88 tattooed on his face.
Well,
And that would be 88 was Michael Irvin's number,
Yeah.
Drew Pearson's number, CeeDee Lamb's number,
well,
Des Bryant.
he's already got his face covered, so I hope he has enough real estate to make it happen. But I don't think that's a real risk. Do you?
Now, here's the deal. Here is a risk. I'm going to double down.
What?
I will proclaim right now on this podcast
Better be careful.
that if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this season,
This year,
I too will get a tattoo. It'll be a star, but I'm not going to get it on my face.
No.
But I will get a star tattoo.
That's not. You've got stars.
If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
You've got stars. You mean a cowboy
star.
Where?
I don't know. I'll have to fit it in somewhere.
Put it on your butt cheek.
Ew. Why would I want to do that?
Well, a lot of people get tattoos on their butts.
Yeah, I understand.
There's got to be some place.
Last thing I want to do is roll into the studio and say, "Hey, man, can you tattoo my ass?"
Yeah, but if you blend in a Dallas Star and all you got going on, it's not going to stand out.
Then why don't you put your neck on the line?
I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's Cowboys talk.
All right.
I'm doubling down with Posty.
Are they playing again this weekend?
They have the Monsters of the Midway. They got the Bears.
So they're who's that?
The Bears.
Oh, okay.
The
Away or home?
Chicago Bears. I don't know where the Chicago Bears game is.
I don't know either.
I am not.
I don't
sure.
think Tommy, Jean, and Diane and I are going to be watching.
Crap, that reminds me. I'm going to be coming back Sunday. So I'm going to have to find somewhere to post up and watch the Chicago Bears and Dallas Cowboys. Anyone in Austin want to go to a sports bar and watch the game on Sunday? Let me know. Okay, there you go.
There you go. Oh, go see El Presidente.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sean Nunn. Hey, you guys doing 2 podcasts a week, or are you doing 1?
Just one right now, Mr.
Why the
Presidente.
hell not? Why the hell aren't you doing 2?
Very, very busy. Very busy.
Okay, well, tell that jackass husband of yours to give me a call
Okay.
when he's in Austin.
Okay, I will. That'd be good. You could do that.
Why is he always calling me names?
I don't know. I mean, he didn't like you.
He likes me. He loves me.
Not when he shows up on our podcast.
I love him too. Like I do Boss Man George. Amen. Okay, babe. You got anything else?
No.
You're looking at your screen like you might have
I
something
don't.
else.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you haven't.
Helen, you're always cutting Kelly off. Been listening to her since 1815. She can't get a word in edgewise. Just cut it out. I'm leaving you a bad review. I'm leaving you a 1-star review, even though it's Kelly's podcast too. Reflects bad on her. Oh, well, shit. I should have done that. Well, anyway.
Okay, everybody. On that note,
All right.
I tried to end it on a positive.
I'm going to leave Kelly a 5-star review at Love Letters to Kelly. Because you're not on it.
Y'all can do that too.
Yeah, they should.
Go to Love Letters to Kelly podcast and leave a 5-star review too.
Love letters.
I hope you listen to that though.
Love letters to Kelly. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
Love them so desperately. I know we will podcast again in a week, which is real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Boom. Done. Don't have to do it late. Cole's game is from 8 to 10. So I couldn't do it anyway.
Cole wants me to buy blue Takis.
Did he text you?
Yeah, can you buy blue Takis, please?
God. It's just so random. What's up with that?
I don't know. Thank you, Sin.
Michael, they have to win the Super Bowl. It ain't going to happen. I mean, it's just not going to happen. In a million years, this is just not going to happen. Amy, why do you have to drink? I don't understand why y'all are drinking. What are we doing that's making you drink? Was it the change voice? I can't even remember what the rules are. All right, guys.
What are you doing? You're ignoring everybody.
Well, I'm working.
Why don't you say goodbye then? Just let him sit there.
You can.
I'm always busy. You're the one that entertains.
What did we do? I don't understand what we did. I didn't do anything.
I talked in the annoyed listener voice.
Is that what it is? They said I was about to play Boda, but actually she was right. Now you get an email and you're like, that can't be right. And then I looked and I'm like, yeah, she's right.
About what?
Oh, one of the social media things I did, I sent them the wrong content. And I shot new content this morning. I was about to say, look at it again. It's brand new. But then I looked and I sent them the wrong link.
That's unfortunate.
So I gotta resend them. Julie, we're not doing anything. I don't understand. What are we doing? Well, Michael, I am confident that they're not going to win. There are a lot of people who think they're going to win. So there's where the yin and the yang is. It's like, who's right? Is it the diehard Cowboy fan or is it the realistic Cowboy fan? Which one is it? Who's right? All right, guys. We're going to go. Got to let the dogs out.
Bye.
We will. I don't know where I would get it, but it doesn't matter because they're not going to win. All right, guys. We will see you later. Thank you, Kel.